Prime-time local news, serving the Lakeland and Midwest regions.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to another hour of primetime local news. Connor Chan, Elise Darwish, bringing you the content as always. Of course, we got a lot coming up, including Brett Holden at Bud Miller Park tonight for the skate night, which looks a lot of fun as we saw in the first hour. And our question of the day is, which purchase have you spent, or made rather, and ended up saying, yeah, you regret it? You said Groupon.
Yeah, Groupon. I usually buy, like, all the stuff I buy, I'll wear it, clothes, shoes, that kind of stuff. But Groupon, I don't know. I will buy the discount thinking I'll use it, and then it just goes to waste.
It's just no.
Yeah, no, and then I don't use it. Yeah.
I don't know what Groupon is, and I probably won't need to use it at all. But we'll have all this and more coming up later on into the show. But right now, let's send over to Brett Holden, who's at Bud Miller Park.
Well, we do have some skaters out here, and not only the new, but we have some experienced ones out here as well. We have the Bobcats out here playing some hockey, teaching some people how to skate. They were out here helping some people out here to skate. Come on down to Bud Miller Park. It is a skate party, including a couple people around here. We have Bubbles. We have Ricky out here as well. Come enjoy the nice Canadian weather out here. There's a DJ. There's also some horse-drawn carriage as well. So that is coming up here. Come on down. Come enjoy. We'll have more coming up in this hour, but let's head back in the studio.
With spring fast approaching, many people are wondering if this is the end for the colder temperatures in the border city. Lloydminster experienced one of the coldest winters on record. Though there are no signs of any extreme cold warnings coming, March could be still be a colder month than usual.
But it does look like the worst of the cold is done. Temperatures will get a little closer to normal, but I actually think that March will be a colder than normal month. That being said, normal in March is much warmer than normal in February. So it does look like things will start to warm up. You'll notice it quite significantly, although it still probably won't be an above normal month. With warm air, there is always a chance of some major snowfall. A lot of times when you get the warmer air pushing in, which you will see in spring, it has moisture associated with it, and oftentimes quite a bit. And if temperatures are below freezing, even just by a degree or so, you can get some significant snowfall. So actually, that is why oftentimes March there are some big snowfalls. So really, second winter isn't really a myth at all. It's something that often happens quite regularly in March. In the month of February, Lloydminster was 7 degrees colder than normal. And the city of Lloydminster is in the middle of its culvert crossing rehabilitation project, upgrading culverts around the city. One culvert has already been completed and construction is currently underway at the 62nd Street and 50th Ave crossing.
The Northwest Drainage Channel Rehabilitation Project, and that consists of culvert upgrades at the 57th Street crossing, the 50th Avenue and 62nd Street crossing, as well as the crossing up by Diamond 7 Meets or 67th Street. So we will be doing those three, as well as some channel upgrades.
The 62nd Street and 50th Avenue crossing will be closed for about 4 weeks. Depending on the weather, the city is asking residents to be careful around the construction.
During construction, we ask all motorists to obey the signage and be mindful that construction is in the area. Contractors will be going back and forth between their stockpile location and the construction site. So we do ask motorists to use 49th Avenue as well as the 50th Avenue Service Road, as both will be maintained through the duration of construction.
The entire project will stop during the spring melt and be completed in the fall. It will cost $3.6 million, with $3.3 million coming from the Alberta government. The Lloydminster SPCA is currently looking for donations for their sick and injured fund. The fund covers everything except spade and neutering. Cats have required more attention so far, but having these funds helps heal all animals.
If we need any types of medications for the animals to treat them, like ear meds, eye meds, even if they have urinary tract infections or upper respiratory issues, all of those medications are covered by our sick and injured animal fund.
With the past few weeks, having colder weather has had more of an effect on the animals.
We have another guy in the back as well too, where he's going to lose another tip of his ear, and he lost another one already. And even a couple cats on our floor now have had the frostbite as well too, even on their feet. So I mean, in cases like that, we need ointments as well too. So the cold definitely has played a little bit of a factor as well in treating these guys.
To donate, you can go to LloydminsterSPCA.com or visit the shelter. And some students at Avery Outreach School had a little bit of fun applying what they learned in the classroom to a recent competition. And our Brett Holden has more in this week's Beyond the Classroom.
Avery School provides a number of different programs, from construction classes to electrical classes, and 4 students from Avery took part in an electricians competition at Lakeland College last Friday.
Really, it was the first experience for them, especially like practical and applied arts competition format. It's fairly unique, so I was really happy with how they did and how they responded to that, because there was quite a bit of pressure to do that.
Keegan McKay, Marty Dueck, Dante Bocash Harper, and Austin Latkeman competed in the competition, and their teacher says he couldn't be more impressed.
This is an incredible amount of marks that go into that project, so there's a lot of pressure to perform that day. So I was really impressed with how they responded, and they were great ambassadors for Avery School.
And the experience was one the students will not soon forget.
It was a really interesting experience. Everybody there was very driven and motivated. Everybody wanted to, I guess, get through the assignment as quickly and efficiently as possible and make sure that they did the best that they could do, considering that they were being judged on such a wide scale.
2 Avery students came away with medals, including first place Austin Latkeman, who was making his way to provincials in Edmonton.
It felt pretty good. And yeah, I expect regionals to be fun. It should be a lot harder, 2 days instead of 1, and apparently there's a lot of people there wandering around, so that should bring added challenges.
Provincials are in May in Edmonton. For This Week in Beyond the Classroom, I'm Brett Holden.
Beyond the Classroom is brought to you by Lakeland College. Attend program information sessions and discover how you can take the lead at Lakeland. Schedule details at lakelandcollege.ca/info sessions.
And now we're going to go to Brett Holden, who is live on location at Bud Miller Park.
We are back here at Bud Miller Park, and we're joined now by one very experienced skater, Matthew Moorbutter now. And Matthew, let's talk about just what this means for you, being able to not only don the Bobcats logo out here, but also helping some of the young fans out there as well tonight.
Well, it means a lot. Hopefully we can make this night a little funner for the kids and maybe show them a thing or two and make it an enjoyable experience.
Now for you, you're from Lloydminster. What's it like for you being able to come out here and enjoy Lloydminster and your hometown?
It means a lot. I came out here a lot as a kid, out to Bud Miller Park, and I just remember skating with the Bobcats when I was younger. It meant the world to me and looked at them like superstars, so hopefully I can try and mimic some of that.
So then what are you trying to teach some of these guys out here tonight?
I might have to teach them to get some pucks deep and shots on net and, all that stuff.
All about the fundamentals. Now, it's gotten a little warmer in the last little while now, and being able to skate out here is definitely something special, but what does it mean just for the city and the community to be able to come out here and skate and enjoy what Lloydminster entails?
It's always great when you can get your community out here and all get together. It definitely strengthens your community a bit, and hopefully everybody has some fun.
Perfect. We'll have a little bit more coming up from here at Bud Miller Park. Tonight is a skate party, so come on down, come and enjoy. Live DJ, there's going to be horse carriages around Bud Miller, and you can come and skate with the Bobcats as well. We'll have a little bit more, but let's head back in the studio for now.
All right, thanks very much, Brett. Taking a look at your temperature right now, minus 17 degrees, so it got a little bit colder. Take a look at that wind chill, though, minus 26, it feels more like. So it's still going to get a little colder. Of course, the wind chill is going to be expected over the next couple of days here, but 8 degrees back in 1993 and minus 33 degrees back in 2003. Take a look at that cloud coverage right now, the satellite radar map. Bit of cloud coverage out in the Edmonton, Vegreville, Marwayne area, and also a little bit up north in Cold Lake. But, nothing really too major for us coming up here in the border city. We are going to get some sun and cloud coverage over in the week, and then some cloud coverage later on, as we'll show in the 7-day forecast. No watches or warnings to report. As of right now, we're out of that extreme cold warning, though we could see some snowfall, of course, as spring is approaching us, and it still could be winter type temperatures for at least another couple of weeks or so. Taking a look at some other temperatures around the region, minus 13 in Athabasca and Edmonton, minus 13 also in Cold Lake, minus 12 Whitecourt, minus 15 Red Deer, minus 5 out in Jasper, minus 17 in North Battleford, minus 14 in Meadow Lake and Prince Albert, and minus 15 out in Saskatoon. As we go a little more in depth to our regional temperatures, minus 22 overnight in North Battleford, but it's going to feel more closer to minus 30 with that wind chill. Daytime high tomorrow, minus 12, but it's going to feel more closer to minus 25 with that wind. Cold Lake, minus 22 also overnight. It's also same as well, going to feel closer to minus 30 with the wind. Daytime high tomorrow, minus 9 with some sun and a little bit of cloud coverage, but feel more like minus 13. For us in Lloydminster, minus 21 with minus 31 wind chill. Minus 12, daytime high tomorrow, minus 18 with that wind chill though. Next 3 days though, all single digits heading into the weekend, minus 8 on Friday. A little bit, the wind started to die down a little bit with that sun cloud mix. And then Saturday, minus 6, gorgeous day for the Polar Plunge and Battle of the Badges if you are heading out to the game, or to even watch our own Brett Holden jump into an Arctic tank. That'll be a lot of fun, but we'll have more primetime local news coming up after the break.
Welcome back. Calving season is ramping up across the Midwest, and Gerard Lampeau gets some very important tips from a vet who wants producers to avoid having a wreck.
Having a prepared calving kit can be the difference between a live and a dead calf.
Veterinarian Dr. Claire Windia, who lectures at the University of Calgary, is keen on making sure that producers get that extra calf.
Calving chains, handles, lube, gloves, towels, and some antiseptic like iodine should all be kept clean and close at hand.
Devices for resuscitation and the phone number of your vet should be readily available. Also, a way to warm up calves in cold weather. There must be a plan to make sure every calf gets colostrum.
This might mean milking out the cow and bottle or tube feeding the calf, or having stored frozen colostrum or colostrum replacement product available to feed.
Windia encourages producers to avoid dairy colostrum since it has way less antibodies than beef colostrum and there's a biosecurity risk. Proper hygiene for calving in a barn is essential.
Providing lots of clean straw, removing manure when possible, and moving healthy pairs out as quickly as possible can really help reduce how much newborn calves are exposed to.
Windia stresses checking the suckle reflex.
Making sure every calf gets up and sucks from their dam quickly, and that those that don't get colostrum delivered by someone helping them out will really help keep those calves resilient to any bugs that they do encounter.
Calves get all their antibodies from their colostrum. Without it, they risk getting diseases like scours. Biosecurity is key for a sound operation, and even visitors to the ranch must have clean boots, especially to exclude bringing bugs from another ranch.
So making sure that things like bottles and tube feeders get cleaned regularly, the calving chains are kept clean, calf sleighs and hot boxes can be a nice source of spreading disease within the farm.
Windia also recommends plotting out your breeding program and planning ahead of calving season with your vet.
Raising and selecting heifers and buying bulls that are right for your environment and your operation, vaccinating and feeding them properly throughout the winter, and planning out your pasture management strategies can really help keep cows and calves healthy during and after the calving season.
Gerard Lampeau, Primetime Local News.
That's your egg news. Sports is next, but first we'll take a look at your egg prices.
Every member of the City Centre Auto Body team has been through extensive training. We're constantly upgrading our team's education to reflect current collision repair technique.
To local sports now, the Bantam AAA Bobcats saw what has largely been a magical season end with a thud last night at the Civic Centre. Josh Ryan has more on a night that shouldn't overshadow the rest of the campaign.
What started out as a classic between the Bantam AAA Bobcats and the Fort Saskatchewan Rangers turned south quickly in the third period, ending Lloydminster's season in a disappointing 9-6 loss.
It's tough. I was lost for words, as their coach, and just knowing that you're not going to, see your brothers and this family, together forever again.
The Cats started the game on fire, jumping out to a 2-goal lead before the first-place Rangers responded in kind. After the home team evened the score at 4 heading into the second intermission, a lethargic first few minutes swung the momentum right back to Fort Sask.
We were excited to go out for the third period. We just didn't show up in the third period. They wanted it more than us. So we weren't getting to our walls quick. They wanted the puck up more.
Further cementing the final result was a series of undisciplined penalties that allowed the Rangers to extend the lead.
The penalties that we shouldn't take in a third period, do or die game, even being down to 2 goals. We know we can come back. We know we can score. Look at the last little bit of the period there, right? And again, just I think young kids' emotions and they need to learn from that.
It's the only true blemish on a season that saw this team improve on a last-place finish a year ago to become a contender.
Been through a lot. We've accomplished a lot as a group, and we've gone to war throughout this season. And it's like I said, it's been emotional.
And Johnson hopes that when the group has some time to reflect, they will take away the lessons they need and be proud of the rest.
Every shift you have to compete and have to play and not get too high, not get too low, and learn from your mistakes, right? It's a tough way to end the season for sure, but they'll understand that we've accomplished a lot as a Bobcat organization.
In the season, I'll be proud of my brothers, all my teammates in there. I'll be happy with our season.
Josh Ryan, Primetime Local Sports.
And now we're going to go to Brett Holden, who is live at Bud Miller Park.
Well, Christine Sutton joins us once again here at Bud Miller Park for the skate party, and now we're inside. Well, we were inside for our first one, but we're inside once again. And we talked a lot about what's going on outside, but let's talk about what's going on inside.
Inside, we have some games and some entry prizes. The kids or families can enter a draw to win. There's a candy guess. Guess the candies, you win the jar of candies. We have some prizes that were donated by In Motion. We've got some crazy carpets and some snow block building sets, things like that. You can enter to win those prizes. We have Tim Hortons that was graciously donated, some coffee and hot chocolate. So if you're outside, it's chilly, come on down to the park. You can check out our drinks, come for a sleigh ride. We've got those going on around the park as well. You can find those on the West Park entrance on the walking path behind the outdoor pool or the inside pool building. And some skating on the ice with the Bobcats.
Perfect. And now you mentioned just a little bit about some of the things, including the horse carriage. Sorry, words are fun sometimes, but the horse carriage. Let's talk a little bit more about the horse carriage. It didn't start right at 5:30, but now it is up now.
Yeah, the horses. We've got our team set up. We've got 2 Clydesdales. We've got Ted and Ann Etherington from the Dewberry area out and about with us for this evening. They will pick up and drop you off at the West Walking Path.
Perfect. Now, I mean, as you mentioned, you got some Clydesdales, you got a little bit of everything. It's like the cold Kentucky Derby here. So come down and enjoy what we have still of winter, and come enjoy Lloydminster. So we'll have a little bit more coming up from here at Bud Miller, but for now, let's head back into the studio.
All right, thanks very much, Brett. Taking a look at some current temperatures once again. Minus 17 for us here in Lloydminster, minus 15 as it changed there in Marwayne from minus 17, minus 15, minus 13 in Bonnyville, as well as in Cold Lake and Pierceline, minus 14 out in Lac La Biche, minus 13 in Edmonton, minus 15 in Vegreville, minus 16 in Wainwright and Vermilion, minus 15 down southern in Provost, minus 17 in North Battleford and Macklin, minus 15 out in Maidstone, minus 16 in Meadow Lake and St. Walburg as well, minus 10 Isle La Crosse, minus 13 out in Green Lake. Minus 11 out in Buffalo Narrows and La Ronge, minus 10 in Flin Flon, minus 11 down in South End, minus 15 in Stony Rapids, minus 12 in Wollaston Lake, minus 12 out in Grand Prairie, minus 9 in Slave Lake, Peace River, High Level, and minus 10s in Fort Chipewyan and Fort McMurray. As we head down further south, minus 13 in Lethbridge, minus 15 in Medicine Hat, minus 14 down in Calgary, minus 7 in Banff, minus 16 Coronation, minus 18s in Kindersley, Swift Current, and Estevan, minus 19 Moose Jaw, and minus 16 in Regina. Take a look in tomorrow, minus 12s mostly across the board for Lloydminster, Vermilion, Maidstone, St. Paul, and Marwayne as well. Minus 9s in Lac La Biche, Cold Lake, Pierceland, minus 11 out in Vegreville and in Edmonton and Wainwright as well. As So we head to our 7-day forecast. It's going to be one more day of cold with that wind chill, which makes it feel more closer to -18 with that wind chill. -8 there on Friday with the daytime high, low -16 in the morning. -6 on Saturday with a low there of -15 there. -6 again on Sunday with some cloud. -6 on -6 on Sunday. -15 the low there. Both days with some sun and cloud mix. Mostly the sunny skies, of course, as Brett Holden's getting ready to take the polar plunge on Saturday, all raising money for a good cause there. So come out and show your support there if you want to support anyone else that's doing the plunge rather. And then of course the Battle of the Badges is happening on the Saturday afternoon as well. -1 on Monday, +1 on Tuesday and Wednesday with some cloud coverage there. But we'll have more primetime local news coming up after the break.
And now we're going to go to Brett Holden, who is live at Bud Miller Park.
Well, we are now here on the carriage of the horse carriages here, and I'm joined now by Ted. And Ted, what's it like for you to be able to come out here and enjoy not only Lloydminster, but as well the public too?
Well, I love it. I love to get out here and present the team and that, they give the kids a chance to see what the old times were kind of like.
Now let's talk about the horses we have behind us here. Let's talk about more on them and what it's like for them being out here.
Well, I know the right hand one she loves it. She just can't get enough of it. And the other one's great too, but yeah, they love it seems like.
Now let's talk about how you got into horse-drawn carriages and more on that.
Oh man, Levin, I guess it might have started, when I was a kid to start with, then it kind of quit. But then I was smoking like crazy, and that's why my voice maybe is bad now, but about 40 years ago I quit smoking, had to have something to do. Start breaking a few horses, and then girls like Erin come along, some more to drive and this and that. Well, we're right into it.
Now, for you, let's talk about the excitement people have when they get to see, look at these beautiful horses we have behind us. What's the excitement like for people who've never seen horses in person, be able to go through a beautiful place like Bud Miller Park?
Well, the park is beautiful, and the people, they just seem to, their eyes get big. The kids, they start jumping up and they can't get on fast enough. We did some rides for the school here too, and man, it's unbelievable with them kids, how they enjoy it. Just unbelievable.
Perfect. We'll have a little bit more. Thank you for joining us, Ted.
You betcha.
We'll have a little bit more coming up from here, and I might even get a carriage ride as well, so we'll see. Stay tuned, but let's head back in the studio for now.
So let's take a look at our question of the day. Of course, we went to ask on Facebook. What's one purchase that you made that made you feel regret after?
Yeah.
There's a few comments that kind of stand out. A replica wrestling championship title. Must be a big wrestling guy there.
Yeah.
A boat was one. I don't know what kind of boat, if we're talking about one of those bigger motor boats or if it's one of those like rowboats that you would take out in the movies from the 50s.
It's hard in Canada too, especially if you don't get out to the lake very often. I can see that sitting in a parking lot for a while.
One woman said, "My daughter's trumpet was something that she, unless her daughter quit after maybe a week of playing it." But I myself as a fellow trumpet player, I got my money's worth. I did bands pro at junior high.
There you go.
And 1 year of high school as well. Purchasing a truck with 80 liters of fuel that gets 10 miles per gallon.
Yeah, that sucks. I can see that being a regret for sure. Especially when gas is over $1.
And another person also said a boat as well. So boats are a big thing, of course, as you mentioned, for those that don't get out to the lake or maybe they just want to take it out and just go fishing.
Yeah, it sounds fun at the time and then you just don't really get to use it as much as possible.
I think for me too, aside from video games, it's more like food things that I don't buy and I thought it was a good idea, like chicken stock that's still in my pantry that I haven't used yet.
Or those little ingredients that you just need for one dish and then the whole container sits in your fridge for like months after.
And then it goes bad and you realize, you wake up a few days later, it's like what is that smell as well, and why does my fridge look like something out of a
A horror film?
Yeah, exactly. That's something way worse. But we're going to go to something that nobody regrets and everyone enjoys, and that is pets. Let's take a look at our 5 pets for today. This is Chloe, submitted there by Samantha.
Cuddly.
Yeah, very cuddly. She looks very tired.
Yeah.
Very cute. Up next is Moose,
I love
submitted by
this photo.
Sheena. Probably has
Roll
better
the
luck
rim.
than all of us with that game.
Probably.
Up next we have Callie. Very,
Callie's
very
pretty.
cute. Just got her paws up, just ready for, just chilling, just
Ready
looking
for a
out of
photo.
nowhere. Submitted by Jenna. This is Aiko and Roxy.
Best
Very
friends.
cute duo. And last but not least, this is AJ.
AJ
Looks like you
looks
in the
cozy.
office with
Yeah.
your all your
It's a
warm
perfect
stuff.
representation of me in
And
the office.
well, if your pet was shown, you're automatically entered to win a Lloydminster Pet Pad gift card, which we're giving away at the end of the week.
We want to see your pets. Send photos of your pet and their name to our Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram to have them featured on Pet of the Day. Your name will be entered into a weekly draw for a gift certificate from the Pet Pad.
Furniture supplied by Furniture Gallery and Furniture House, downtown Lloydminster.
I am joined with Amanda from Cliff Rose here in Lloydminster. Thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
We're talking about the spring trends. I know we're trying to get past that winter season, and we want to just kind of know what are we seeing for men's fashion coming up in the spring.
Well, we're going to see lots of patterns, lots of tone on tones. We do a lot of blues. Black's still number one. We're bringing strong with charcoals. Just lots of patterns. Really bright, vibrant colors, like the burgundies, the mustards, lots of the pastels. Yeah.
I've also seen a little bit, and with patterns, like I see a lot of mixing patterns. Is that still a trend to attempt? I feel like I would be a little nervous with mixing patterns to make sure it kind of still flows. So when you do something like that, is it important to kind of still match colors then if you're mixing patterns, or how does that work?
We do try to bring the colors together, but
Yeah.
we definitely have matched the, I don't know. We do have the colors where they do match.
Yeah. It just kind of depends on the suit itself, I
Yeah.
guess, right? I was also seeing a little bit that velvet was coming into play. Is that still a big thing? It's a little bit of a bolder choice for velvet suits and stuff, but I was noticing a little bit, just especially with the like the award season coming into play. Lots of people are kind of attempting that. Is that kind of something that's coming back a
I
little
see
bit?
that maybe coming in a couple years.
Yeah.
We've had a few pieces that have come in, but it's still not strong yet.
Yeah,
it's bold.
Yeah, it's definitely bold, for
really
sure.
bold.
Yeah, my other question for you is, you guys offer tailoring services as well.
Yes.
So when you come in, buy a suit, is that something that you can kind of just do right away?
It takes us about 1 to 2 business days. If they are out of town, we do try to have it done right away, and it is included in the fee of the suit.
Perfect.
So there's no extra charges, and that goes for our denim. Anything in our store, we don't charge tailoring extra on.
Oh, that's perfect. And so, again, yeah, so not only just suits at Cliff Rose as well, you have more of a casual line as well for people too.
Oh yeah, we got lots. We have denim lines, golf lines, we have polos. We do lots of golf stuff, so we got lots of stuff you could choose from.
Which is perfect coming in for the springtime now that everyone's ready to get out and itching to get to the golf course.
Yeah.
So that's perfect. Also, my question for you: how your hours of operation when you guys open and things like that? Is it a Monday through Friday?
We're open Monday through Sunday.
Okay.
We're open Mondays and Tuesdays and Fridays 9 to 6, Wednesdays and Thursdays 9 to 8:30, and Sundays we're open 1 to 5.
Perfect. And I wanted to stress that Cliff Rose is a local store here in Lloydminster
Yes.
and very family friendly and family owned for a very long time. So how long have you been working at Cliff Rose for?
I've been at Cliff Rose probably for about 11 years.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
And
I have my twin sister there, Dave's my dad, and we have our auntie there.
That's
so
awesome. So when you
it's
come in,
all
you get the
family.
whole crew. Yeah.
We're all family there.
That's awesome. That's perfect. So Cliff Rose, you guys, where your location as well, located are downtown?
Yeah, we're downtown Lloydminster on 50th.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for some spring clothes and some new spring attire, Cliff Rose is definitely where you want to go. And feel free to come in and take a look. So thank you so much for coming in and giving us a little bit of a heads up on the spring season. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, we are here on the horse carriage, a horse-drawn carriage. A whole bunch of people have joined us now. We are about to go out into the park. We were here at Bud Miller Park enjoying the skate party, including one of these horse carriages. This goes on until 8:30 and it is free, so come on down, come on and enjoy the beautiful weather here in Lloydminster and here in Canada as well. We don't have a lot of winter left, so come on, enjoy it. So that'll do it for me here tonight. We are off. See you guys. Let's head off. Everybody, oh, see you.
Well, he kind of pulled a Robin Scherbatsky there on from How I Met Your Mother and that, but yeah, he did. But hopefully he's all good there. -12 tomorrow, -8 on Friday, -6 on Saturday, -6 on Sunday, -1 on Monday, +1 on Tuesday, Wednesday as we start to head into the single digits. It's going to be probably a colder day tomorrow with that wind chill. The daytime high in the morning, the daytime low, excuse me, in the morning -21 with that wind chill feeling more like -31 when you wake up. And then of course the rest of the week rather, being all single digits as we're finally starting to get nicer.
Nice to see. As long as it's not snowing, the sun's out, I'm happy. I'm good with it.
I mean, everyone seems like they're having fun out in Bud Miller.
Yeah, it was a great evening to do that.
I saw the Bobcats, there's of course hockey, there's those horse ride carriages where Brett almost fell off.
It seemed like a lot of fun. And hot chocolate and stuff. We should go down after maybe. Just stop by.
Possibly, yeah.
Make Brett bring hot chocolate to us.
Yeah, well, he's probably off doing a horse carriage ride somewhere, so there's no way of us telling him right now.
Yeah, that's true. Well, you can always hope, right?
But I mean, yesterday though, I just want to talk about yesterday quickly with him. It was just so, we couldn't stop laughing.
Oh, the ballerina class.
We couldn't stop laughing at.
Yeah, he does great lives lately.
He's been doing some good things, and of course, he's making us all feel good.
Making us all laugh and
get us through the week.
Yeah, exactly. Get us through the week. It's perfect.
Exactly. All right, well, that's going to do it for us here this evening, folks. Thanks so much for watching. Have yourselves a great night.
Yeah, have a good night.